Welcome to the second webinar in the Graduate Writing Center's series on grammar tips. Articles can be tricky. Even people who have been using English for decades can struggle with these. Here are some rules to help you figure out which article to use, or if to use one at all. With practice, these will become natural to you and you'll be able to figure it out by ear. An article modifies nouns and the adjectives being used to describe them. They tell us what kind of noun we are talking about. Is it a general noun or one out of a group? Is it a class of nouns? Is it a specific noun from the group? To understand articles, we first need to take a detour and understand definite and indefinite nouns. Indefinite nouns are ones where we aren't talking about any specific person, place, or thing. So we are talking about a cat or a dog. In these cases, we are just talking about one cat or dog out of a group. A cat or dog could be any cat or dog that you see in the area. When we use definite nouns, we are talking about one specific individual. So if I say the cat, then there is a particular cat that I am referring to. So when you're figuring out which article to use, the general rule is that you will need to think about whether it is being used to modify a definite or indefinite noun. You also will need to think about whether it is singular or plural. If the noun is singular and indefinite, then we will use a. So in this example, the participant observation is taking place in a class out of many classes in the school. How do you know whether to use a or an? Use them based on the sound of the next word. If the sound of the next word is a vowel sound, then use a. If it is a consonant sound, then use an. Here is a complete breakdown of these rules as presented by Purdue OWL. You can find the link to this page with more tips in the description of this video. The is used for singular and plural nouns that are definite. So when you are talking about a specific teacher or a specific theory, you will use the. Here is where we start getting some exceptions. The can also be used with non-count words, or can be omitted entirely. So I could say, students bring knowledge from their communities into the classroom, referring to knowledge in general, or I could say, students bring the knowledge from their communities into the classroom, referring to the specific knowledge from their communities. Other common non-count nouns include foods, diseases, abstract concepts, school subjects, and languages. For a complete list, see the link in the description of the video. It's up to you whether you use the or no article, but remember, for non-countable nouns, you cannot use a. Some more exceptions. You do not need to use the in front of several geographical locations. Here is a complete list. There isn't a particular set of rules that we can give for all the words you would not need to use the for, but you will figure out exceptions as you use them. Finally, it's important to know when you don't need an article. When you have a plural and indefinite noun, you can skip the article. In this case, teachers are a general group and are plural, so we don't need an article. In this case, if we were to use the before teachers, the meaning of the sentence would change to be referring to a specific group. If you have more questions, feel free to look at the links in the description of the video. Otherwise, you can also make an appointment with the Writing Center and one of our consultants can help you. Thanks for watching.